Hola, ¿cómo están todos aquí en Metalomanía? El día de hoy estoy muy contenta porque estamos en un nuevo episodio y es la primera entrevista también de este año. Como muchos de ustedes ya sabrán, pues Nervosa tuvo algunos cambios en su alineación el año pasado, cuando inició todo este suceso de cambios en cuanto a todo la rutina de conciertos, etcétera. Pero el día de hoy estoy muy contenta porque tenemos a una de sus integrantes, ELENINOTA, quien viene a este ahora nuevo cuarteto. So I'm very pleased to present you, Eleni, as the girl from Greece, who now is part of this new era and the new drummer of Nervosa. How are you?
Hello everyone, I'm very well, and I'm really happy to be here.
How are you feeling with the reception of Perpetual Chaos? We know that this album is out since some weeks ago, and I perceive a mix of different genres. I know it's kind of because the members have a lot of different styles in metal, so it reflects, it's very technical and renewed. How are you feeling with this album?
I'm really happy both about the album and about the reception of the album. I'm really proud to be a part of Perpetual Chaos. We put a lot of work into it, and as you said, we experimented a lot with different styles of metal. And yeah, I'm really proud of this album and everything we did together. And the reception is just beautiful, seeing all the reviews and the reaction of the fans. It's amazing.
Yes, and the album have two guests. I remember. One of my favorite tracks is Rebel Soul, and we can appreciate your technical parts. So how was to work with the guests and with all the members of the band, because we know that you are in different parts of countries. How was this process?
So first of all, about the guests, yes, the album has 3 guests. It has Eric from Blossom and Zetam on Rebel Soul. It has Samir from Distraction on Genocidal Command, and Guillermo Miranda, and he played the guitar solo until the very end, and he's the guitarist of Doomberg AD. So Samir and Eric couldn't come to Spain when we recorded the album. Due to the pandemic, it was hard for them to travel. So they discussed it a lot with Brika and Martin Curia, the producer, and they recorded their parts from their home studios. Guillermo from Entunde actually managed to come to Spain, so we spent 5 or 6 days with him, and it was a lot of fun because he's the most fun party animal guy. So it was a lot of fun, and we all became friends with him. And now speaking about the other 3 girls, actually we didn't know each other before going to Spain. Only Diva and Prika knew each other. The rest of us, we didn't know each other in person.
Nice.
So we spoke a lot through video calls, and we exchanged ideas through WeTransfer. So Prika had like 70% of the songs ready before we went to the studio. She was sending us the songs. We were writing drum parts and bass parts from our houses, and we sent them to each other. And after that, when we went to the studio, it was really cool because despite the fact that we didn't know each other, we just clicked immediately. There was a great chemistry, so it felt really comfortable despite the fact that we didn't know each other, and it was the working between us was really easy and awesome.
To feel the connection of the new members, and it's very we can see and we can hear in the album. So how do you involve in this selection to take the role? It was easy or difficult because we know that we were in the beginning of the pandemic chaos. So how do you know Rika and the other girls before to start to record all these media, or how do you take the role?
Okay, got it. So actually, Rika chose us to audition. Yes, to explain. Of course, all of us knew Nervosa, me and Mia and Diva. We knew Nervosa and we were fans of Nervosa. But me and Mia Wallace, especially, we didn't know Rika in person. We had never met her before joining Nervosa. So when the previous members left the band, Rika had to find new members, obviously. And she knew Diva in person because Black Hunter had were the support act for Nervosa in a previous tour. And she knew Mia Wallace as a musician, not in person, but as a musician, because, Mia played with ABBA, so she had a huge reputation. So she knew she existed, and sent her an email to audition immediately. And she knew me because she had watched one of my drum covers in the past and she liked it. So she remembered me as a drummer, and she remembered that I play extreme metal. So she sent me as well an email to audition, and because it was during the quarantine in April, we auditioned through Skype because it was impossible for us to meet each other from different countries. So that's how the audition happened, and after that, she decided that we were the new members of the vote.
Oh, it was very great. And talking about other projects of you, you were more focused into heavy metal and metalcore, right?
Yes.
You have amazing covers on YouTube. Like I was watching Blackpink, Eminem, and the new Bring Me the Horizon. What can you say to metalheads who still reject other genres? Like, because you are very open, I think, because all your work in other bands, in your beginning, and on your YouTube channel, and now in a band who is more thrash metal.
So yeah, this is a really good question because some metalheads tend to, dislike everything outside of metal, and I was like that for a few years, especially when I was a teenager. I was like a fanatic only metal and nothing else. But I don't know, for me, this changed when I went to music school after I finished high school. So I had to play other types of music like pop and rock and jazz and fusion and everything. So, playing these other types of music, I started to like them. And after that, I decided that everything is music. There are no rules, there is no police in music. So why not like, you don't have to like everything, but you can like something outside of metal. It's allowed. I still don't like jazz, for example. It doesn't speak to me. But I like pop and I like rock, I like funk. So, what I would say to these metalheads, that you're not, you don't have to like everything, but at least you can, experiment with what you listen to. You have to keep your ears open about everything, because at the end of the day, we're all fans of music. We all love music. Someone who listens to Lady Gaga and someone who listens to Iron Maiden, these people, they both like music. So, why fight about it?
Yeah, and as you said, take the things that are the best to create or to enjoy some of this music. And how did you build your style? You study music in a more professional way, for what I heard. And who was the moment when you knew that drums are my thing, and of course to be focused on metal music?
So I started playing drums when I was 12. But at the beginning, it was like more like a fun thing for me to do, like a hobby. I didn't think about it as a job. And when I became 17, it was a time when in Greece you have to decide what you're going to study in the university. So at this time I realized that I don't like anything else outside of music. I'm a really lazy person outside of music. I only like, practicing and playing with bands and, writing songs. I wouldn't imagine myself as a lawyer or something else. I would be really, really miserable. So I decided that if I'm going to have a happy life, I will play drums as a job, so I will study music. So it was just, a one-way road for me. There was no second thoughts. Yes, then when I became 18, I went to music school. I moved to Athens because I was living in an island in Greece. I moved to Athens to study drums professionally. And how I built my style. I don't know actually. I think it happened naturally, and I'm still changing my style sometimes. Every year, I think I evolve. Not only abilities, but also how my mind works with ideas and everything. I think because I had to play all the types of metal, because I played in a lot of bands as a session drummer, I had to play progressive, heavy, power, metalcore, hardcore, now thrash, and I've also played reggae, to work, pop and everything. I got a bit of everything, so that's how my style formed. I got a bit of every type of music. Oh, and you asked why I chose metal to become a metal drummer and to be a professional metal drummer. I didn't actually choose it, but because I'm mostly a metalhead, it was a natural way. I got in metal bands. I became more known as a metal drummer. So the most jobs I had were in the metal community. So it just came naturally.
Yes, I believe that many of us, like metalheads, have the metal is the number one, and we have another types of music. So tell us about your best live performance. You have another bands part of Nervosa, or you are not anymore on them?
You mean metal live performance where I played, or where I went as a fan?
When you play like a professional drummer in your bands, apart of Nervosa, because Nervosa isn't playing live anymore yet.
Yes. So I think it was in the summer of 2019 with my band at the time, Master Prospero. We were the support act for the band Tesseract. I don't know if you know them.
Yeah.
They're
the British. More gents, or?
Yeah, they're a British gent band, and I love Tesseract since I was really young. So it was a huge dream for me to meet them at some point. So it was really beautiful because the venue was sold out. We played in front of a huge crowd, and after that we got to speak to Tesseract. I met the drummer. I got some photos with him. We spoke a bit. So it was, like
very emotional moment for you as a fan and as a professional drummer, of course.
Yeah, I was a really happy fangirl at that moment. And so now I'm only a permanent member of Nervosa. I'm not in any other band as an official member because I really wanted to focus only in Nervosa because it's like a full-time job. I play with other bands as a session drummer. Currently I'm doing some album recordings for some bands, but it's like a job, as a session drummer. I'm not a member of this band.
Okay. And are you planning with Nervosa to do some live session or some new thing? Because the new album, because we don't know what was the time to be again in a concert or in a festival. So Nervosa have plans in the future for a live session, or?
Actually, we're talking about everything, all the possibilities. We haven't decided yet. Because there's still the chance that we're gonna do some shows in the summer, but it's not certain yet. So we're waiting to figure out if we're gonna do the shows, and if they are cancelled, then we will really think seriously the possibility of live stream gigs or something like this.
Okay, and well, here in Mexico and all around the world, we are waiting for the return of festivals and concerts. And you girls are in the lineup of Mexico Metal Fest, who is in November with bands like Coroner, Secti Flesh. What do you expect in the future of the music industry? Because festivals are a big part of it's the place when you can meet your fans and as it's your job basically. So what do you expect of this in the future?
You mean if they are postponed again?
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know, because especially for the metal community, the festivals are the most important thing, even more important than live shows in venues. The festivals are the top thing. So I really hope that the festivals will keep happening, and especially for the Mexico Metal Fest, as you said, I really can't wait to play in Mexico and in this festival, because some of my favorite bands are in the lineup, Cradle of Filth and Septic Place.
Yeah.
I love this band, so it will be such a pleasure for us to play in your place. And I've never experienced a festival this big, so I'm really excited to see what it feels like and to experience it.
Year by year, this festival comes like a more focus in more bigger bands and more for the underground, but now it's more international, so it's making bigger and bigger. So we hope to have you girls here very very soon. And well, for finish this interview, what would be your advice for musicians who want to dedicate all the time to music, but in a professional way? What would you say to them?
So the most important thing is that never give up, because many of us tend to think about giving up when things are difficult, but never give up, because if you're really consistent about this and you're really strong and you work a lot, your dreams will come true. I'm speaking from personal experience here. Even when you're in your most desperate and you think that you'll never make it, you will make it. If you really want it, you will make it. Outside of this, work a lot, be really consistent, practice every day, get to know people, go to live shows, go to festivals, go to music events, because connections with people give you work. If you meet a lot of people, some of them will become your clients. And also be polite to your clients, listen to them, respect them, and hear their needs, because if you're not good to one client, then you will get a bad reputation and it's not good for your job. And yeah, be really serious about it. Find a teacher that you trust, listen to him or her, and follow their advice and practice like crazy. These are my main advice.
Well, thank you so much for your time and for tell us about many topics of your life and your job and in the past and now the present with Nervosa. And as I said before, we hope to see you very soon in the Mexico Metal Fest. We don't know what these times are very hard for everything, for everyone, but we really hope to see you very soon. So
I really can't wait.
Yeah, and you can finally meet Mexico, so you can enjoy the food and the people who are very lovely and friendly.
So thank you for having me. It was a pleasure, and I really can't wait to come to Mexico. Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot. See you.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye.